has been trying to get me to play for years upon years upon years. Let's see, an ex of mine tried to get me to play it. My best friend in high school tried to get me to play it. And
it's a good game.
Now Vincent keeps yelling at me about it because he wants to...
Shut up and fucking play the game.
Fine, he wants me to cosplay this game. Okay.
You have to use the mouse.
But it's an emulator, why can't I use my keyboard?
It's an emulator, I understand that, but this is a DS emulator. You have to be able to poke the screen with your mouse.
I want to go back to my Super Famicom emulator.
Click the fucking button.
You're mean. The first turnabout.
It's the name of the first case.
Is it really a turnabout if it's the first?
Well, in Japanese, the game is called Gyakuten Saiban, which is like turnabout in a legal sense. So
he hit her on the head, and while she's bleeding, she must have had like a bunch of pink ink on her hair or something to make that bone statue be dripping pink.
She was trying to dye her hair.
I see. Maybe he just hit it on his suit, and it's dripping the ink from his suit.
Perhaps, right? It's pretty ridiculous.
Do criminals really think in this cliched of line?
Oh yeah, no, like, they're very specific lines that they say in their heads.
Wow, this game really wants me to go right. It's worse than Mega Man.
You have to cut the rope.
Right.
Hi, Mia.
Do you want to do Phoenix's voice, and I'll do hers?
This is gonna be ridiculous.
Go for it.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Well, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this, especially not when they could just stare at my boobs all day. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor of the sexual variety.
A favor? Like the kind I can provide you? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Oh, yes, I knew this defendant. In the biblical sense. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. We gotta stop this. We're gonna stop this right now. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. A butt attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
Did you not know I was a butt attorney? I mean, I can't... I want to help him out anyway, I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
It's over!
No one knows who this is.
WWE SmackDown is over! My life, everything, it's all over!
Ellipsis.
Isn't that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, that's him.
Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die.
Oh, he sounds like that all the time. Yeah. Yeah, his name is Butts.
It's your turn to do the voice.
Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence! I ain't afraid to die! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? So didn't you just want to die a second ago, but now you... The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. We're gonna stop doing the voice.
No, because this would be really boring otherwise. Go for it.
My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Bleeding. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts.
He's
My best
unlucky
friend-
for many reasons.
Quite very unlucky. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying. When something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Either that or I'll die in fire and then come back later.
Why don't I get to talk anymore?
Wow.
Where did I go? What was I doing this whole time?
If I say anything about that, it'll be spoilers.
I see. Was I, like, adjusting my boobs in their corset thing that I was... Like, that metal corset she was wearing?
Yeah, no, the whole time. Like, you spend most of your life adjusting your boobs in this game.
Someone with boobs that size must spend most of their life adjusting them, really.
Right?
Murmur of agreement.
Murmur.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
What are you, Macho Man Randy Savage here?
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? I don't know if I'm doing a southern accent or not. Like, I don't actually know what this voice is right now.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Says the Macho Man Randy Savage. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely, boy. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Is it me? Am I the defendant? The defendant is me.
Right? Have you completely lost your mind? Focus. The defendant is the person on trial. You're his lawyer.
I was never good with all of these things. Yeah, right.
This is no laughing matter.
But I just laughed.
You did pass the bar, didn't you? I really hope they ask you more difficult questions on the bar than that.
I passed the bar and drank it dry.
Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask one more time. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
It must be Mia Fey. The, defendant? That's, Mia Fey.
Wrong, right. Look, I have to leave. I have to go home. I'm expecting a delivery on my boobs.
A delivery man. Oh, come on, Chief. There's no need to be going so soon, is there?
Right? Listen, the defendant is the one on trial. Your client. I mean, that's about as basic as you can get.
I put my foot in it this time. I've got to relax.
In what? You put your foot in what, Phoenix?
In it.
What is
obviously.
it?
Well, I mean, because you can't say things like crap in a game for America.
Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer.
Are you deaf?
I'll ask once more. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
I wonder what happens if we pick the wrong one
We're
again.
choosing Larry Butts, you asshole.
The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Really? What? That's all you needed? Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Are you... Vincent, what the hell is going on in this court right now?
See, this is the real-life version of a tutorial level, you see. Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times.
You are a dumb monster.
Wait, uh-oh.
He has an IQ of 60.
No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank
He's
here.
right there! Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
Really? Really you did? You forgot? You were just thinking of the girl who got hit, and it's your best friend's girlfriend. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it any time, okay?
The court record button? What the hell are you talking about?
Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you, Phoenix.
Oh, you can keep begging me all you like.
Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case?
Where the hell is that court records button? Is it on my jacket?
Yeah, it's your lapel button.
That'll do. Her name is Cindy.
There were two Cindys. I thought there were two Cindys on the list. Oh, Cinder Block. was the other.
Cinder Block? What is this, Teen Titans? It was Cinder Block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death?
Dying.
She died because she was...
Well, all the blood coming out of her head, and the blunt trauma and such, I think she was hit
Fuck
with a
off.
blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed, other than you clearly have an IQ of 60.
If it is this easy to become a lawyer, why am I not a lawyer right now?
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honor.
as Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. Thanks, Sarah.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. Bitch, I didn't fuck up this time. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court.
You're not allowed to bring guns to court.
Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently.
Oh, I'll touch your court record button.
It's not what you kids are calling a clitoris these days. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Mr. Butts. Chief.
Oh, that's me, isn't
you.
it?
Why is it? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Oh, I'll unfortunate. Oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. How do you make a sexual innuendo out of the word unfortunate?
Ahem. Mr. Butts. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy!
That's not the same voice
That's
you were
right.
using earlier.
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She was just not taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumb.
Which you would never know, having never gotten laid.
A guy like that one, right? Seriously.
In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from an overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Okay, like my Shaggy voice is becoming like my Droopy the dog
Yeah,
voice.
go back to Shaggy.
Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to that, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record.
Thanks, Sarah.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
But no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who give her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... Well, this is... You're playing the game.
Let's, for the sake of time.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quiet.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Go.
Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
Fuck me.
Oh, he went. What do I do? I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
So wait, I'm psychic now?
You aren't. Apollo Justice is, apparently, though. Yeah, I was there. Like, I went.
I'm a really good psychic.
Right?
Order! Well, Mr. Butts.
What? Dude, chill. Like, she wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness?
Your witness is the Macho Man Randy Savage.
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order!
hell
Order in the
no!
courtroom! Mr. Purdy, prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's
Who sells newspaper?
Please bring Mr. Frank Sowett to the stand.
Frank saw it. Come on.
Mr. Solid, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
The PlayStation 3 will retail for $999 US, $599 US. Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Solid, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness account. I was going to the store selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because, like, he left the door, like, kind of half open behind him.
Dude!
And thinking it's strange, like, I totally looked inside the apartment.
Dude!
And then I saw, like, her lying there. Like, it was a woman. And, like, not moving. You know, like, totally dead and stuff. I quit. What's that? Quailed in fright. And, yeah, found myself unable to go inside. Yeah. I thought to call the police, now. However, the phone in the apartment wasn't working, and I totes know that because I never went inside. It's like I went to a nearby park and I found one of those icky, gross, like, public phones. And,
Get on with it!
and I remember the time, like, totally exactly. It was like 1 p.m. because it was only like 30 minutes after I'd finished getting my hair straightened.
Get on with it!
Okay, well, like, the man who ran was, like, totally, without a doubt, like, totes that defendant sitting right over there.
Oh my god. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the...
Blackouts don't affect phone lines.
Are phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Solid used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record.
Thanks, Sarah.
Now, Mr. Wright,
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
you may begin your cross-examination.
Bum bum bum. Cross-examination, Your Honor.
All right, Wright, this is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Oh, I'll expose you while you lie. God damn it. Lies? What? He was lying? Because my
Yeah.
IQ is 6?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony.
I can't tell because I have less IQ than a jar of mayonnaise.
Or is your client really guilty?
Oh, I'll gild your E. Exclamation! How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence.
Which key do I hold? Is it the enter key?
Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there.
Oh, I'll take your contra. Damn it.
First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it all over the witness's face.
Oh, I'll rub something over your presence. Okay. God damn it.
Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. Touch that button, Phoenix.
Look at my eyes. So, the way that this one works is, when there's a thing that he says that you want to question, you push, like, the present and that sort of thing. If there's nothing there that you want to deal with, you push the arrow button.
Fair enough.
You left the door half open behind him, huh? So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Okay, what happened next? The phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Oh, yes, no, it wasn't. Yeah, right.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you?
That? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entryway. And I reached inside, and I tried using that.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
Okay.
Am I allowed to use this thing? Because I never actually got to look at this. It's cut out from noon to 6 p.m.
Ah, that's a clever thing.
What?
Back on the autopsy report. Remember, he said it was at 1 o'clock.
Right.
Why use a public phone?
You see, I don't have, a cell phone.
With a voice like yours, I bet you fucking do.
And, being in the middle of the afternoon and all, there was no answer at the nearby apartments.
I wouldn't. Ah, right. What time did you call again? It is at those things when you're pushing hold it and whatever that you'd have to hold down the Y button and scream into the microphone, hold it? 1 p.m.? Are you certain?
Yes, absolutely.
He seems really confident.
1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him.
Oh, I'll contradict your evidence. I'm running sort of low on that.
Wait, that's not it. That thing.
Objection!
Objection!
You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure?
Yes. It was 1 p.m., totes.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. That seems to be looking better and better as I tap it with my bendy fingers. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sullivan, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? The hair straightening appointment,
Get on with it!
That's a really weird question. Good job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot.
Oh, I'll put something on your spot.
That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions.
Oh, I'll take your contrapoint.
Lies always beget more lies.
I'll beget something via you.
See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
I bet something of yours is see-through. Okay, that one was kind of
Wait. I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again?
The time of discovery.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time, and it was probably coming from the television. Yeah, the TV, but, it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. Those exist, right? TiVo? And that's why I thought it was 1 p.m. She was totally watching a lame show. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding,
We might have to kill this person.
I see.
you heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right? You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Oh, I'll bet you do.
Present.
Yes, I'm aware.
Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
What about TiVo?
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sowett?
No, I find it quite puzzling, myself. Yeah, really.
Oh dear.
Wait, I got it now.
Mr. Sowett, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning.
You don't want to make the Macho Man Randy Savage mad.
These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That and...
Oh, sorry. That and you seem rather distraught.
Sorry.
Apologies.
It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sowett. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Witness testimony number 3.
Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim, and that must have been what I saw.
You are so dumb.
You're dumber than Phoenix Wright.
You saw a clock? Guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. I'll examine your cross. Oh dear. Hear the time. You
Why is the music like?
right? Like
Are we in a raving German techno club now?
Yeah. Das
Sure, maybe
hokey
there was.
cokey. The murder weapon? Are you sure it wasn't? Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
You and your fancy words and your
Other fancy
who do you
words.
think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sowett.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? Like, that's totally a clock.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne?
as the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was the table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock.
We haven't looked at it.
Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Obviously, I've got problems with his testimony. He's fucking dumb. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he
You're Phoenix Wright, apparently.
went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove that I went in there.
What's the square root of 64? I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Murmur, 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 murmur,
Murmur?
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowett, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Objection! What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, never. The clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw,
What the fuck did you...
Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn, give him death.
Death?
Order in this courtroom, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright!
Your Honor?
You claim that the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Side heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
Well, Phoenix?
Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, Mr. Wright, Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow, precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Sawit and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot something.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about?
While it may seem like that clock is three hours slow, it proves nothing. 'Cause how do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
Shit, he's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Exclamation point. Yes, Your Honor.
We hog-tie people for that. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. You lawyers are all slimes.
I resent that. I mean, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sawit.
What? Chief?
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
Oh, I'll throw something your way. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box.
Oh, I'll think in your box.
Don't waste time doubting facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof.
Oh, I'll proof your reason, I guess.
Right.
Right. Totally.
Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
If we choose no, then Larry gets killed. So,
But, I mean, really, it's Phoenix Wright, and he clearly has the IQ of a ham sandwich.
it's true. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it. Find it, and let them have it!
Oh, I'll let you have it.
Well, Mr. Rat, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course! There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Aha! Tough words! Let's see you pull this one off!
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was slow.
It's the passport.
The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder.
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast!
Why would she have taken her, like standing clock of the thinker to Paris?
Maybe she got it in Paris? The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh god, that was awful, you guys.
And, why was the clock speaking in English if it was from France?
He fucking foamed at the mouth.
Yeah, I got rabies all of a sudden. Sorry about that.
Order! Order, I say!
The Macho Man Randy Savage demands order.
Well, this case is certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client,
Are they still alive?
Dead, sir. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed, boy. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And the true culture that...
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the butts, okay? Butts are funny.
Butts.
Not guilty!
I want all courtrooms to come with confetti.
Right?
And with that, this court is adjourned!
Gonna get in trouble for yelling so loud.
Seriously, right? It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work, all over her clothes. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find, and then just poured red ink on her head.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Thanks, Sarah. Whew. I still can't believe we won.
Right! Good job! In there.
Oh, I bet it was good for you.
Congratulations!
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles. In there.
Oh, you bet I did.
It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
Oh, I bet you were satisfied. Toby does it with the easy one. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how...
Fuck her more often.
Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Oh, but I could. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. How did you get that shit back from the court, bro?
Present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this?
Oh, I bet you I made something.
Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Oh, I bet that's a memento for you. I bet you'll think all over that thing. You just keep the... Oh, right. Yo, Nick! Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me? Excuse me? Come on.
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
Oh, I think quite a bit about you, if you know what I mean. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really.
I'll sympathize with you.
Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend?
Oh, I'll show him. Wait, no, hang on.
Something that proves how she felt about him?
Oh, yeah. Right. What the heck is she talking about? A statue, maybe? Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh, where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made. She took it with her when she traveled. But she probably just needed a clock. You think so. It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now.
I passed the bar, bitch!
Also, hopefully you realize things, change depending on how you look at them.
As long as you have 5 inches, you're fine. You're fine with 5 inches.
People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent.
Oh, I bet you're guilty.
All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself.
Oh, I believe in myself, all right.
Right?
I believe myself in you.
Listen, learn, grow strong.
Do I even have to do that one?
Never let go of what you believe in. Never.
As long as you never let go of this.
Well,
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I think our work is done here. Shall we be off?
Oh, I'll be off. Okay, come on. Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner on me?
You mean off of you?
We'll drink a toast to the innocent butts.
Innocent butts indeed. Yeah!
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, I lost a bet, yeah.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
You realize that this is like a workplace relationship thing. I could probably get fired for this, right? Are you trying to seduce me? You're my boss, you know that, right? And so, my first case came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. Bum, bum, bum!
And this video's gone on for like 50 minutes.
Jesus.
So like, I don't know what we're gonna do, if we're gonna shorten this or just leave it as it is.
We might as well just leave it.
Yeah, we'll decide that later, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed what became like a voice acting episode.
Quote unquote voice acting. It's just us dicking around into a microphone for nearly an hour.
And that's what voice acting is.
I suppose.
Screaming and then silence.